Alright guys, welcome back, Treetop Garage. We're back for another video for the last day of the 10 Tools in 10 Days Challenge. So this has been a fun series. I've been noticing that the views have been progressively getting worse through this challenge. But whatever, I don't care. I don't care how many people watch. It's just something for me to fun to do, and the guys that do watch, thanks for watching. Thanks for, commenting and all that stuff. So today, I'm going to take you through my main toolbox. And yesterday I did my worst tools, cheap tools, and some of the better tools even yesterday. Today I'm going to take you through just a quick toolbox tour for my main toolbox, my red. It's a Snap-on Mac Tools combination deal. I'll go over that real quick when I pause you and go over there. And we'll go through some of the drawers. I want to show you some of the cheap tools that I have that are really great that I absolutely love. So this is going to be kind of a fun one. It's probably going to be a longer video, hopefully not too long. I'll try to go as fast as I can and try to knock out some of the cool stuff about what's in the drawers and stuff. But this is something I've had forever, and I'll go through that in a second. But if you have not subscribed, do that and give me a thumbs up for sure. And definitely comment, and I answer all the comments anyways. So we'll pause you, and we'll be right back. A toolbox tour and some cool, cheap tools that work awesome. Alright guys, so this is my main toolbox. So this is a Snap-on bottom. It's a 6 or 7 drawer Snap-on bottom. I got this whole toolbox. These top two are both Mac. And this one, they both have the front covering part that lock. I never use them anymore because obviously I don't need to lock them here in my house. But anyway, I got this whole toolbox back in like 2007 or 8. And when I got it from a buddy of mine, and he was kind of more of a body man, and he would do that as his main job at home in his retirement years. And this whole thing was covered, like the whole thing was covered in overspray, like just stuck to it. And when I got it, I went and picked it up, me and a buddy of mine, we picked it up, and I stopped at Tractor Supply on the way home, and I bought a quart of, I forget what red it is, some kind of tractor paint that you mix up, and I just mixed up and sprayed it out of a spray gun. I repainted the whole thing red, and it's been great. I mean, it's been... Of course, I greased up all the tracks. They were all really, really hard to move and everything. But anyways, so I want to take you through kind of a quick little tour. So up top, I kind of have a lot of other stuff up here too. But this is where most of my sockets and a lot of my these hex drivers, Allens, distributor wrench, all my extensions, swivels. Hey, any of you guys ever do that? Put electrical tape around your swivels so they don't swivel and flop all over the place? I do. I've been doing that since the 90s. Stuff like that. And, like these are Torx, 3/8. And also a Lowrance fish finder, which goes on my boat out there, which you guys have seen in videos before, I'm sure. And I got some big sockets, for taking off some other stuff, but... This is mostly where most of my sockets, I got mostly 3/8. I got some 1/2 inch and some 1/4 inch stuff, but mostly what I use up here is the 3/8 stuff, and I got it all on rails, metric versus, standard and deep well and shallow and everything else. So this drawer is mostly, bits that go in your driver, like hex stuff, and I have some rotary files in here. And just a bunch of screwdriver stuff and whatever, that goes in a driver mostly. And this here cheap set of, these things I absolutely love, and they've been great. These drivers that go in like a drill driver or your regular drill, they have like a 3/8, a 1/2 inch, and a 1/4 inch drivers thing for sockets. These are from Harbor Freight, and they work awesome. These things are great. This is a set of extractors from Craft. I bought these years ago, Craftsman ones. They work great too. I also have a couple of unibits in here. I forgot I had. This little drawer here has just got a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. Tubing cutters. Miscellaneous air fittings that I don't even use anymore. Sharpies. I got this mirror. Got this random swage lock needle valve that goes quarter inch pipe thread. Yeah, just razor knife. I got a brake hone in here. I got all kinds of crap just in here. I got a, what's this here? 7.62 by 54R bore sighter. So yeah, just a bunch of random stuff. I got some bulbs in here, like light bulbs, you know, bulbs for cars. This one's a little marker light or something. And I actually have a piece of brass. This is actually the first time I ever shot a 450, or no, this is a 460 Smith & Wesson or whatever it was. First time I ever shot that. And actually this 410 shell that I have in here is actually my oldest son shot his first pheasant with this actual shell. So that's kind of cool. This other drawer over here, this is all my taps. And I have some automatic center punches. I got a regular hammer style center punch. I got a bunch of taps. I got easy outs in here. I have a tap holder, a die holder, and I also have a bunch of these barrel threading taps with guides. They go in the barrel and they have a guide so you can tap your barrel straight. Got a couple of those in there. And a bunch of other random stuff. Mostly taps and dies and the drill bits that go to those taps and, you know, for the taps and whatever. I got a bunch of that stuff in there. And I also have, I think it's in here. No, it's not. Okay, never mind. I have that in another drawer. This is my pliers drawer. So we got another cheap tool I actually love. Harbor Freight vice grips. A few different ones. I have a lot of different ones, but these two are my favorite ones. This one actually locks. This one works really well. This one works really well too. And actually, I had a smaller one of these, and it actually did fail. But the bigger one works great. This one here, I don't know if they even still sell this one. I've had this one for quite a while. But you have to push on this thing to get it to release. But it grips well, and it actually grips really good. And of course, I have, you know, a whole bunch of different regular vice grips in here. But you know, I have all my pliers in here. I got my wire strippers. I got multiple of those, of course. Cable cutters. I got a few of these. A bunch of other vice grips. And I got a whole set of these old school Craftsman. I got channel locks. I got these, and I have another pair, I think. These are my grandfather's, actually. They work really good. It's just the handles don't have any rubber on them. And then here's the screwdrivers. I have actually, so back in the day when I was in high school, I think I said this in another video, I was actually in high school and I was in a vocational auto body class. So part of the tool set you had to pay for it, was all snap-on stuff. And you have a screwdriver set you got. And I think it was a 6 or 7 piece screwdriver set. So this is the only two that I have left. I got a Posi Drive Phillips style snap-on screwdriver, and it still has my initials right on there. And this is the bigger straight one, which I've used many times to basically use that as a punch and a pry bar and everything else, so the tip's all messed up, but I still have it. It's still there. And the other ones, I had no idea where they went. But I still have these two left. And I also had this newer snap-on big screwdriver, which is pretty much the same thing as this, it's just newer. Actually, this one's a little bit longer, but one thing I really like, screwdriver-wise, I got these, bought a set of these Klein screwdrivers. Man, these things are great. I love these. I got a whole set of them. I love these things. These things are awesome. I love the rubber grip on these. They're great. And of course, I got a bunch of Craftsman stuff in here too. Craftsman screwdrivers. Another thing I really like that's really cheap at Harbor Freight that you can get for nothing almost is these little picks. I got multiple sets of these picks. I've bought, I don't even know how many sets, but they always work really good. I've never broke one. I've used them for a lot of different things, and they're just great. I just really love these. So back when I had my motorcycles, my panhead that I had is 1960 panhead, and there's a few times I had to take the bowl off the carburetor, and those things, to get the carburetor on and off is kind of a pain. So I bought these little tiny screwdrivers to take the bowl screws out to get the bowl off to do something to it. I forget what. And these little tiny little screwdrivers worked awesome. So I bought a set of those too, back in the day. So Now we go down here to this is where all my nut drivers, these are all a bunch of cheap nut drivers, Allen wrenches, that's about all that's in here. I got a couple scrapers in here. These razor blade style scrapers are pretty awesome. I love these. This one's made by Westward. I got this from work at some point and sharpened it up. It works good too. But these are all cheap nut drivers, and some of them are actually name brand. I got some Craftsman ones in here. And I also have some, these are Excel-Lite or whatever they are. I got some of those too. But these cheap ones, I forgot where I even got them from. I bought 2 sets. I bought a standard set and a metric set. And these things have worked awesome over the years. And also in here I have just a flywheel tool for taking the flywheel off of dirt bikes, 2-stroke dirt bikes. You screw this into the flywheel and it just screw it in and it presses it off. I've used this about, I don't even know how many times, a lot of times. I got a few Torx in here too, Torx screwdrivers that have Torx ends on them. So next drawer. Alright, so this is all my metric stuff. So I got this cheaper ratcheting wrench, metric wrench set. And I also have the old school Pittsburgh standard wrench, metric wrench set that, I probably got 2 or 3 of these, and these always worked awesome for me. I also have a set of metric sockets in here. It's impact sockets. These are Proto. I got a whole set of those that go from like, what's this here, 12 millimeter all the way up to like, I forget what the biggest one is, 24 millimeter. So it's a pretty big, decent sized set. I got a bunch of metric wrenches, all different kinds. One of the things I want to talk about just real quick. So back in the 90s, after I got out of school, and I moved down to Georgia in like 97, in South Georgia, and I needed a bunch of different wrenches and tools. I had a bunch of tools already, but I needed some other stuff. And Walmart back in the day used to sell, maybe some of you guys might remember, Walmart used to sell these Popular Mechanics brand tools. And they had everything. They had wrenches, they had screwdrivers, they had almost anything you could think of. And I bought so much of this brand of tools. I got wrenches galore. I think at one point I had an air impact and some other stuff. I had all kinds of crap made by that company, and all of it still works perfectly fine. Yeah, so that's all just metric wrenches, metric sockets, and then there's this random this tool for getting off like fuel lines and stuff. That just happened to land in there too. And also this Harbor Freight metric Allen had a socket thing for a 1/2-inch drive. This thing's awesome too. So now I got my whole drawer kind of messed up. But yeah, that was all that stuff works great. I've never had any problem with pretty much any of this stuff. So this drawer, we got kind of a bunch of random stuff. So I got another one, Popular Mechanics. It's all metric, 1/4-inch drive ratchet set. Now this thing, I got a story about this. So I've had this since like mid-90s, 97 or so, and it's a whole set. Now one thing bad about this set, and this is one I got at Walmart, the ratchet still works perfect, and I've used the crap out of this thing. It's got a metric, extension that's like a screwdriver, but it has the part where you can put in the socket, in the ratchet and put a socket on there. It's like an extension, plus it also has the short one. But the problem with this is, and this has bit me a few times, is all the sockets that lay in here, there's nothing that they clip into, so they just kind of sit there. So every time I went to a junkyard or something with a buddy of mine to get anything, I'd always take this because this came in handy so many times. And I always tell everybody when I'm doing something or I had this out, I say make sure when you're done getting the stuff you need, you close it and you latch it, because if it gets knocked over, all this stuff's going to end up on the ground. And it has a few times. Luckily enough, the only thing I've ever had to replace in it is this one socket, the 8mm socket. Somehow, when it got knocked over at a junkyard one time, and we were able to find everything except for that one socket. But this thing has been awesome. I do have some sockets in here, a couple tape measures. I actually have this set of crow's feet, which I forgot I had until today. A bunch of stubby wrenches. And this has actually saved my butt a couple of times. It's larger. It's like for pipe. extractor set. This thing has saved me a few times. In fact, you can kind of see these two I've been used quite a bit. I got some punches in here, just small. Got a set of these punches. These things are great too. These ball end long. These are from Harbor Freight. These 3/8 drive Allen wrenches. These things are awesome. These ratcheting wrenches from Harbor Freight. They look like Snap-on, but they're not. And I got probably 4 or 5 different of these. It's a bunch of cool, just neat stuff. So let me pause you, and we'll get into the bottom box here and wrap this video up. Hold on, guys. All right, guys. So I came up here to the house after making a video, and I realized it was going to be like 40 minutes long. So we're going to do it in 2 parts. So it's actually going to be 10 tools in 11 days. You guys can watch it if you want, whatever. But I'm going to put the first part tonight, and tomorrow will be the second part probably. Just let me know what you think about that. And like I said, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done it yet. And give me a comment. I always answer all the comments. And we'll see you on the next video, which will be tomorrow. Probably be 2 videos tomorrow, really. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one. Have a good one.